Tonight on CTV News at 5.
Scams are always changing, always evolving.
Scam alert, from high-tech hustles to emotional pleas. Fraudsters have upped their game.
Certainly very humbling to receive recognition at this level.
And making science fun, a Nova Scotia teacher receives the Prime Minister's Award for teaching excellence in STEM.
A mix of rain and snow showers in eastern parts of the region as the colder air moves squarely into place.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Penopalis. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, scams surge. From grandparent scams to credit card cons, fraudsters are getting smarter, slicker, and sneakier. These days, they've got more tools and tactics than ever, using new technology, AI, and other clever tricks to gain your trust and, of course, access to your money. CTV's Stephanie Seekos looks at ways to stay at least one step ahead. Hi there, Steph.
Hi, Maria. A cybersecurity expert told me we have to almost rewire how we think. It used to be seeing is believing, but that is no longer the case. And when it doesn't matter what time of year it is, scammers are always lurking.
On November 7th, our investigators from the fraud unit arrested a man in relation to ongoing grandparent scam investigation. So between May and June of 2025, there's been 5 incidents.
According to Halifax Regional Police, this case specifically targeted seniors.
Nowadays, scammers are getting more creative in how they scam the victims. Spoofing numbers is one way. So you'll receive a phone call and you'll recognize the number, so you'll think nothing of it.
With the rise in AI, scams are becoming more sophisticated.
We've got everything from deep fake videos to deep fake voices to fully cloned and manipulated websites that look exactly like your trusted financial institution, your utility, your favorite shopping site, you name it. It is almost impossible for the average person working quickly to distinguish what's real versus what's fraud online today.
It may sound simple, but New Brunswick-based cybersecurity expert David Shipley says if a deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Leaning into our emotional intelligence, that gut instinct, can cut down our risks by almost as much as half. So using emotional intelligence is proven to help in that. Giving yourself time, not rushing, not multitasking, is also really important.
With the holidays approaching, just be very mindful of what information you're sharing. Be mindful of your bank statements. Whenever you make a purchase, maybe go back and review your bank statements after.
Officials say it's important to stay vigilant all year round.
Scams are always changing. They're always coming up with new ways to take someone's money.
According to the Global Anti-Scam Alliance, nearly 60% of adults worldwide experienced a scam in the past 12 months, and about a quarter lost money. Police encourage anyone who may be a victim of a scam to contact investigators. Maria.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. CTV Stephanie Seekos for us in the news center. And as you said earlier, Steph, always be skeptical. Just enter every situation with a little bit of distrust in these situations. Thank you so much. All right, let's head over to the anchor desk now, where Todd Battis is standing by with a look at the headlines. Hi, Todd.
Hi there, Maria. We got confirmation today from the Prime Minister. A New Brunswick mine has indeed made it to the list of national building projects. First announced about a decade ago, the Sisson mine is now a priority for the federal government. Coming up in the newscast, we'll find out more about the project and we will get reaction. A new study has revealed some disturbing numbers and trends when it comes to crime. It's not just a big city problem. Rates are up in smaller urban centers, and that includes communities right here in the Maritimes. Nick Moore breaks down the numbers at 6. Roadwork along one stretch of road near Halifax is turning commutes that should take minutes into hours-long delays. The work is expected to improve traffic, but drivers say their patience running thin. Coming up, we will hear from those who are tested daily and find out what the timeline is for all of that to be complete. Okay, well, that chilly weather that Kayla Mitchell promised has indeed arrived. with some low numbers behind you.
Yeah, we're certainly feeling a little bit of that chill today across the region. Gray skies in a lot of areas. Some areas seeing a very cold November rainfall. The potential for some of the higher terrain in northern areas of Nova Scotia, Cumberland, Colchester counties to turn over to some accumulating wet snow tonight. I'm going to have more on that later on in the full forecast. But here's a look at those temperatures, mostly around the low to mid-single digits at the moment. And winds out of the north and northeast for most of the Maritimes. They're being sustained in a lot of cases between 10 and 25 kilometers per hour as we're moving into the first part of this evening. Not much in the way of wind gusts being reported, though. One at the St. John Airport near 33. Taking a look at things on radar and satellite. So there's a low pressure system that's sort of stalled right off the eastern shore of Nova Scotia. And it's wrapping back areas of rain and showers across the east of the province. It's been an especially soggy day around the north shore of Nova Scotia and into parts of Prince Edward Islands. This area of rain, as temperatures continue to come down, that some of the higher terrain, the more mountainous areas in Cumberland and Colchester counties in the north of Nova Scotia likely to turn over to some accumulating wet snow. Other parts of the region as we move through this evening, there's a lower chance of a shower or flurry. Skies expected to clear up a bit more in the northwest of New Brunswick tonight, and because of that, it's going to be particularly cold for that part of the Maritimes. We will get into all of those details when I'm back just a little bit later on. Maria.
Thank you very much, Kaylin. Right now, time for our first break here on CTV News at 5. But first, a preview of a couple of the stories still to come.
Hi, I'm McConvey here in Halifax, just outside the doors of the new location for the Epilepsy Association of the Maritimes. Coming up on CTV News at 5, I'll give you a sneak peek at what you can expect and why this new space is so important.
Hi, it's Katie Kelly here exploring the islands of the Bahamas. Today we're at the beautiful Blue Lagoon Island, and coming up, I'm going to introduce you to my new friend. Give me a high five. High five? Stay tuned.
Join us for an elegant evening at the Holiday Black Tie Gala, November 22nd in Halifax. Kick off the holiday season by supporting mental health programs in Nova Scotia. For tickets, visit mentalhealthns.ca. We'll see you there.
Welcome back. Katie Kelly joins us once again. That means one thing. When people think of the Bahamas, Nassau usually comes to mind, but the country is made up of hundreds of islands, each with its own charm and story.
Yep, and tonight we explore beyond the capital to discover another beautiful island.
The Bahamas is more than just Nassau. The island cluster stretches over 700 islands, each offering something unique to explore. From the crystal coves of the Exumas, home to the famous swimming pigs, to private islands that show off a softer, more serene side of paradise. Just a short boat ride from Nassau, one of those islands stands out.
You are on beautiful Blue Lagoon Island, and what makes it very special and very unique is that it is privately owned by a family, and so you're getting an authentic Bahamian experience.
Blue Lagoon Island has become a beloved destination known for its tranquil beaches.
It is an all-natural lagoon that runs through the course, the middle of the island, that is truly spectacular. And so it doesn't matter what's going on with the ocean. If it's a little rougher today, it doesn't matter. It is always calm, it's always beautiful, and it's always a safe, wonderful spot for everyone to enjoy.
But there's much more than sand and sea here. Blue Lagoon began as an animal rescue facility in 1989, and that commitment to care and conservation continues today.
We do a lot of animal welfare, animal care, we educate students.
The animals here aren't just attractions. They're ambassadors for wildlife education and environmental stewardship.
We will never force them to do anything they don't want to do because we strongly believe in animal welfare, and that's not just their health, but also their mental stability. We want to make sure that they're comfortable, they're happy, they're excited to do things. So we strictly use positive reinforcement. So what I like is that each animal has a different personality, and we encourage them to be individuals. So that's how we see them.
Guests can choose from a variety of programs. From encounters and swims with dolphins to sea lion, shark, and stingray experiences.
They get to hug, kiss, rub the dolphins down, and they get to dance with the dolphins.
The island is also dedicated to sustainability, with solar power, coral research, and recycling initiatives that reuse wood, coconuts and shells to reduce waste.
We repurpose a whole lot of things rather than simply tossing it away or burning it.
Blue Lagoon is also rich in history. Its iconic tower, built in 1926, stands as a century-old landmark and symbol of heritage.
It'll be turning 100 years on March 26, 2026. And it was built by Howard Van Doren Shaw, who was a very famous architect from Chicago.
The islands of the Bahamas are ready to welcome more travelers looking to see beyond the beach.
We are so thrilled that there are going to be more flights coming from Canada. We love Canadians. We're all part of the Commonwealth. Such great people. And what I love also about Canadians, they're deeply interested in local culture.
So while Nassau may be the heart of the Bahamas, it's the islands that really show its soul. And Blue Lagoon Island is proof there's still so much more to discover.
Oh,
Take me back.
take me there. Is the water really that blue?
It's perfection. It's perfection. And it's obviously very warm there.
Yes.
So it's just perfect because you have this perfect mix. You can just dip and then get out, and it's just amazing. That
And the
dolphin,
animals, wow.
That dolphin's name
How
is
sweet.
Goombay.
Oh my goodness.
I miss that baby.
We want you to see the blue waters and meet Goombay for yourself. CTV and the islands of the Bahamas have teamed up to send you on a tropical vacation. One lucky viewer with a guest will win round-trip direct airfare from Halifax to Nassau.
Yes, the prize package includes a 7-night stay at the British Colonial Nassau, also meal vouchers, and a day trip to, you just saw it there, Blue Lagoon Island to meet Goombay. You're going to experience your own intimate dolphin encounter, plus so much more. Each weeknight from now until Friday, so only 2 more chances.
Wow.
We'll give you a keyword. Once you have it, head to ctvatlantic.ca and follow the contest prompts, or you can scan that QR code on your screen right now. You can enter once per keyword, and we're going to announce the winner on November 21st. Okay, you want tonight's keyword?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, tonight's keyword is NASA.
Good luck, everybody. Oh, the trip of a lifetime. Thank you once again,
Welcome.
Katie. Here's Kaylin.
Yeah, thank you very much. So as we move into this evening and tonight around the Maritimes, it's pretty chilly conditions, cloudy and very soggy in some spots. Some of the rain did fall across Cape Breton, though what we're looking at here is a soaring view over Point Edward. And you can see that cloud cover there in the background. We're going to have more on the weather forecast coming up after the break.
Our friends at Move 100 and Virgin Radio are kicking the holiday season off, right? They spent the day decorating the float for the Parade of Lights in downtown Halifax this Saturday. Move 100's toy drive is back. They'll be ready to collect a new unwrapped toy along the route, while Virgin Radio will gather non-perishable food donations from spectators on the path. The 30th annual Nova Scotia Power Holiday Parade of Lights starts at the Cogswell Street Roundabout at 6 p.m. on Saturday and finishes at Barrington and George at 8 p.m. And Kaylin, we're hoping for good parade weather on Saturday.
Yeah, right now the outlook is for fairly clear conditions, but it is going to be on the colder side. I expect the temperature to be around 0 or maybe even -1 at that time for Saturday evening. Let's take a look at our sunrise and sunset times. We got a picturesque view here, that great cloud in the background, trees lining the water banks as we take a look at our sunrise and sunset times for the provincial capitals. On our weather systems map, we are underneath a broad area of low pressure. It's got a couple centers within it that keep kind of rotating close to the maritime region. One of those snugging up to the eastern shore right now, bringing us, in some cases, some cold rain and showers. Now, the rain has been steadiest and most persistent today around areas of the east of Nova Scotia, the north shore of that province, up to Cumberland, Colchester counties, Prince Edward Island, and even some of the lighter rain getting into Moncton in the southeast. Now, as we move through tonight and temperatures cool down, some of that rain in the higher terrain in Cumberland and Colchester counties is expected to turn over to some accumulating wet snow. You can see that showing up here in through the blues, and potentially even some wet snow around Moncton and the southeast of New Brunswick. Rain and showers continue for Prince Edward Island, around the coastal areas of the north shore of Nova Scotia, showers in Cape Breton, and there'll be a mixture of some showers and flurries working its way down to the southwest of Nova Scotia, moving through the early morning hours of Friday. Remember, all this wet weather sort of rotating in off of the Atlantic because of those stalled out low pressure systems. Now, I mentioned the wet snow. There's a special weather statement out by Environment Canada. It's out for Cumberland, Colchester, and Pictou counties. First of all, it's cautioning that overall rainfall totals by Friday morning could approach 20 to 40 millimeters, and then the snow maybe up to around 10 centimeters in some of the higher terrain. There's a snowfall outlook here. You can see that little thin line of darker blues getting painted into that part of Nova Scotia, mostly in the area between Spring Hill and Mount Tom. So any of the roadways, any of the highways that sort of climb up into that higher terrain as you move through tonight into early tomorrow morning. Do not be surprised if the road surfaces turn slushy. In fact, in that special weather statement, Environment Canada is advising for any travelers kind of moving through those areas that they may run into some winter driving conditions. Winds in the forecast for tonight remain mostly out of the north, and for tomorrow, still out of the north, and they'll be sustained in a lot of cases 10 to 20 kilometers per hour with gusts up between 20 and 40. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight. Coldest in the northwest New Brunswick, where the sky will clear a little bit. There, some lows tonight falling between -5 and -8. Much of the rest of the Maritimes tonight can expect low temperatures between around -3 and +2. Few parts of coastal areas in Nova Scotia could see some lows of around 4. High temperatures in the forecast for tomorrow for the province of New Brunswick between 0 and 4 degrees, mix of showers and flurries in the southeast. Some further showers expected for Prince Edward Island, eastern areas of Nova Scotia, northern parts of that province. A lower chance of some showers down to the southwest. High temperatures tomorrow around the Maritimes, mostly in the low to mid single digits. Let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from 11-year-old Michaela Faulkner. And Michaela has sent a drawing of a pretty winter scene with a few flurries, a snowman, and a bit of sun. Weather watchers can come in to CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. Can't believe we're already talking about snowmen and slush. All right, on to our next story here. An exciting new beginning to tell you about now as the Epilepsy Association of the Maritimes opens the doors to its new space. CTV's Emma Convey takes us there.
It's more than just a couple rooms with purple painted walls. It's a fresh start, a place to educate, empower, and erase the stigma around epilepsy.
We hear the epilepsy community and we rise to meet those needs. We may not be the person to be able to supply that need, but we're going to be the bridge to help navigate to that need.
The Epilepsy Association of the Maritimes was founded in 1980 with the mission to build community. Angela McCarthy got involved when her daughter Cassidy was diagnosed.
The association is there to help with those steps along the way. And I don't know where we would have been without them.
It's a free service for Maritimers based in Nova Scotia. The team travels to support clients across all 3 provinces. This year, a move became a need for this team.
Ways that we can best service our clients, reduce our costs, but keep our doors open. Because we looked at working remotely, but how do you deal with someone who's coming to you and they're distraught remotely?
It's one of the more common neurological conditions, certainly not the most. Affects about 0.5 to 1% of the population. It does impact people over the age of 60 at a higher rate than any other age group, but it's followed closely by children.
The main types are focal and generalized seizures. Within those categories, there are multiple ways they can present.
Diagnosed with complex partial epilepsy. So my seizures presented a lot like zoning out. I would just start crying, or I'd fall as if I tripped over something. So very easy to pass off on like, oh, I'm clumsy, oh, I'm daydreaming.
Cassidy Megan was diagnosed at the age of 7. She says she was bullied and felt alone. It was a presentation by this association at her elementary school that inspired her to share.
Seeing how interested and actually asking questions my peers were being, and they weren't being rude, they weren't cracking jokes, they weren't like making fun of it. It helped really give me that courage to speak out for the first time.
Now the founder of Purple Day and a volunteer with this team, she uses her own experience to help others. Emma Convey, CTV News, Halifax.
Thank you, Emma, and congratulations, you guys. All right, time for a break here, but here's a preview of our final story of the evening first.
I'm Vanessa Wright, and I'm here at Dartmouth High School, where a science teacher is about to receive a prestigious award. Those details are coming up next on CTV News at 5.
Mornings with Aaron and Peter.
60 seconds, 10 questions. If you can pull that off, you're going to win $1,000.
Join us every weekday at 7 a.m. for the $1,000 Minute.
A Dartmouth High School teacher has been recognized on a big stage. As CTV's Vanessa Wright shows us, his love for science gave him the reward of a lifetime.
It's Shane McLeod's specialty. He teaches people the power of physics.
From when I started taking physics in university, my hope was that I could someday teach physics at whatever level.
It's a lifelong love he discovered early on, empowering students to be creative and see themselves in science.
And now at Parent Teacher, I regularly have parents come in and say, well, you must be doing something right. The kids are coming home and they're talking about it at the supper table.
The Dartmouth High School teacher received the 2025 Prime Minister's Award for teaching excellence in STEM on his 20th year teaching at the school. He's one of only 2 teachers to receive the award in the province.
To have this recognition and have so many people reach out and offer their congratulations and words of support since then has been fantastic.
Many of the students have gone on to do work related to physics, engineering. We've seen students go on in the medical field, so he does have a tremendous impact on kids in the classroom.
His students say his one-of-a-kind teaching style makes science a subject they never expected to love.
Mr. McLeod really does force people to kind of speak and voice their results when we're doing work in class. So that's kind of one of the more funny things, and also not a lot of teachers will make you do that, really.
Putting Dartmouth High School on the map and leaving his mark on a subject he's dedicated his life to.
The fact that I'm able to pass along some of that excitement, and it doesn't matter what they're going to do, the fact that they're here in high school and excited about science, I think is really important.
He calls it one of his proudest moments, knowing every lesson and every equation has added up to this very moment. Vanessa Wright, CTV News, Dartmouth.
Bravo, congratulations. What an outstanding honor, and lucky kids that get to learn from you.
And for the record, physics is awesome. My favorite science classes in both high school and in university.
Meteorology is pretty cool too, Kaylin.
Physics. Speaking of meteorology, yes, coming up in CTV News at 6, we're going to recap where that wet snow is expected tonight. Take a look at the extended forecast. Still looking pretty chilly through the next several days.
We'll see you at 6. I'll see you tomorrow. The national news is next. Good night.